Brian Thompson's ex-security shocked that the United Healthcare CEO was unguarded after the company's Minnesota HQ was rocked by protests. That is kind of a shock. If people were protesting his company, why the fuck didn't he have security? Hey. Baby Dash, thank you for the fucking 20. Speaking about being on the internet for a long time, you have to announce that you lost the game. Oh man, the 2010s are really making a comeback. The Minnesota headquarters of United Health was rocked by large protests where demonstrators chillingly marched around carrying a casket just months before CEO Brian Thompson was executed in Manhattan Wednesday. That's kind of crazy. I cannot imagine, like, opening my company's windows and seeing a protest where people are carrying around a coffin. That would be just as, like, holy shit, maybe I should fix something, as if I saw, like, a guillotine outside, you know? Like, maybe I need some security, and maybe I need to rethink some of our policies, you know? To think you used to be able to see that kind of shit on Reddit a decade ago, right? Malik Thorihane, thank you for the 100 biddies. You're super worried for Foxu? Nerve issues really make you nervous? My chiropractor told me to stop cracking my own neck. When you saw a good chiropractor about your migraines and nerve issues, he informed you that cracking your own neck contributed to the problem. Well, he hasn't said that yet, but he also cracks my neck in a way different way than I do. Mine are just like little tiny baby cracks. You wonder who that could be for? Clueless. Thompson, 50. Dude, he looked amazing for 50. That's crazy. He looked really fucking good for 50. Was stationed at the company's headquarters in Minnetonka, Minnesota, where more than 100 demonstrators descended in April and July to protest an alleged epidemic of claims denials, according to the Wall Street Journal. During the April protest, a group of demonstrators could be seen parading just outside one company building in nearby Eden Prairie as they hauled a wooden casket labeled United Health Denies Care. While the casket was supposed to be a symbol of the company's alleged victims due to claim denials, it has now taken on another unnerving connotation following Thompson's cold-blooded murder in Midtown. Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't have gotten that connotation if I had seen it myself either. During the second protest at the Minnetonka offices where Thompson worked, 11 demonstrators were arrested, including people from Minnesota, help, Illinois, Maine, Texas, West Virginia, and New York. Help, I'm dying. Mercenary 21, thank you for the 2. United CEO is still alive. It was faked. I don't think it was faked. I do not think that was fake. During the second protest at Minnetonka offices where Thompson worked, I already read that part, sorry. The People's Action Institute, what a weird name, which led the April and July protests, said it was shocked by Thompson's death, but still used the tragedy to highlight what it said was a crisis of denials in America. That seems a little strange. Like, I understand, right? Like, they're angry at the CEO guy. Maybe he was doing some shady shit. But being like, you know, I know the body's still warm, but we gotta talk about the crisis of denials here. I don't know, it's a little weird to me. He's in Argentina with Tupac. That's a fucking weird-ass blunt rotation. What is this guy's name? Brian Thompson, Tupac, Hitler, you know? We know there's a crisis of gun violence in America. Shut the fuck up, you retards. There's also a crisis of denials of care by private health insurance corporations, including United Health. See, it's just like, when they say something so fucking dumb as their opening sentence, it makes me not want to believe the second part. Even though I know personally, firsthand, how fucked doctors are. I can only imagine how fucked insurance is. So I was just like, why did you have to make yourself look like a fucking idiot before you said something that actually made sense? Fun check. There's no gun violence epidemic. The People's Action Care Over Cost campaign gives people a productive, non-violent, democratic way to create change on this platform. Both of these crises must end. Our political leaders must act on both, they added. Well, I mean, someone acted on something, because, like, the guy died from a gun. Is that part of the crisis that you're going to talk about here? Given United Health's prominence and Thompson's position as chief of the insurance division, Philip Klein, whose security firm has provided bodyguards for Thompson in the past, said he was surprised to learn that the CEO was alone on Wednesday. It was a normal operation for that company that they would have their own private security team to take care of the corporate executives. Meanwhile, the NYPD is investigating the engravings, which appear to include the words deny, depose, defend. Oh, that's like live, laugh, love for Boogaloo Bros. Found on live rounds and shell casings left behind by the masked assassin after he shot Thompson, according to sources. This is fake news. Guns aren't allowed in NY. Yeah, how did he get a gun when NYC has really strict gun laws? Really activates your almonds. Guns worked more than their health insurance, Jesus Christ. The words are eerily similar to a 2010 book condemning the insurance business titled Delay, Deny, Defend. Why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it. Little timeline here. Brian Thompson, the CEO of insurance giant United Healthcare, was gunned down Wednesday outside a luxury midtown hotel in a brazen, targeted attack. The methodical killer used a firearm with a silencer outside the Hilton Hotel along 6th Avenue. I made the joke about this guy being a professional assassin. If he was really a professional, he, 1, wouldn't have been caught. 2, there wouldn't be any footage of him. 3, they wouldn't know what firearm he used. So I feel like this is definitely not like an actual professional. It's somebody who probably trained, who had this premeditated for quite a while, but not a professional. He ain't no Agent 47. Yeah, I was better when I was playing Hitman. The gunman fired at Thompson multiple times, striking his back and right calf before fleeing on foot. NYPD released a new photo of the hooded suspect standing in front of the counter at the Starbucks at West 56th Street and 6th Avenue, just minutes from the Hilton Hotel where he gunned down Thompson. Thompson was named CEO of United Health in April 2021. He joined the company in 2004. He was one of several senior executives at the company under investigation by the Department of Justice. Hold on, I need to be a leaned back gamer, chat. Thompson's wife, Paulette, said her husband had been getting threats before he was killed. NYPD is investigating a possible message which appears to include the words deny, depose, defend engraved on live rounds and shell casings left behind by the masked assassin. So this makes it even more confounding. If he was getting threats and he previously had security, why didn't he have security that day? What made him think, like, oh, I don't need security today? I don't understand. You got a venti strawberry frap? What the fuck? The United Health Group is the largest private insurer in the nation with a long and controversial history of rejecting customers' claims. The company, ranked 4th on the Fortune 500, is also facing a Department of Justice antitrust investigation. That is crazy. A long and controversial history of rejecting claims, and it's ranked 4th on the Fortune 500. That's kind of nuts. United Health did not immediately respond to the Post request for comment. Thompson was heading toward the Hilton Hotel Wednesday morning to prepare for investors' conference when a gunman snuck up behind him and fired multiple times. Thompson was hit in the back and right calf as he stumbled and collapsed in the middle of the sidewalk. The gunman fled into an alleyway and hopped on an e-bike, disappearing into Central Park with police continuing to search for him. So what e-bike did he hop on if it was confirmed to not be a city bike? NYPD said the shooting was clearly planned, dismissing the idea it was a random act of violence. Thompson's wife, Paulette Thompson, 51, said that the family had received threats before her husband's killing. There had been some threats, basically, I don't know, a lack of coverage, I don't know the details. I just know he said there were some people that had been threatening him. He should have had security. He absolutely should have had security, man. A source confirmed to the Post that United Healthcare informed investigators that Thompson had been the recipient of threats, though the source noted it's not uncommon for someone in his position at a healthcare company. Manhunt is underway, and the NYPD and Crime Stoppers is offering a $10,000 reward. I feel like it should be more than $10,000, to be fair. To Pakistani National, thank you for the 5 Canadians. Was the money worth it? What do you mean? A Phoenix DS, thank you for the 10 Canadians. Canadian healthcare is taxpayer funded, and it takes 4 to 9 hours to see a doctor if you're in the emergency room. Socialism is just communism with extra steps. Insurance companies are a mafia racket. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't want Canada's healthcare system, but I also dislike a lot, and I think there's a lot wrong with America's healthcare system. And after Trump got rid of a bulk of like Obamacare stuff when he was last in office, he went to the Republicans and he was like, all right, guys, I dismantled some of this shit that people really didn't like. What have you got for me? What are we going to try and replace Obamacare with? And all of the Republicans who had been bitching about Obamacare since it was initiated, I just kind of shrugged and they were like, I don't know. I was like, you've been bitching for years and you didn't even think of a replacement plan? Are you kidding me? Most of what's wrong with the healthcare system is because of government regulations. I mean, fucking probably.